Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Kimberly here with Make a Difference Academy. Ready for my inspired thought of the day, the week. This one's been bubbling up for a little while because, a few weeks ago, I took my son to Legoland. Now, most of the time when we are traveling with young ones and heading to whatever destination we're going to, whether it's a short trip or a longer road trip perhaps, and even more so then, what is it we often hear little ones saying as we're making our journey? We hear them saying, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" And what I found really fascinating a few weeks back when I took Tyler to Legoland, it's a 45-minute drive with no traffic. We had a little bit of traffic, so it was almost an hour, which for a 5-year-old is a road trip. And yet he never once said, "Mommy, are we there yet?" He never once got impatient. He never once got, frustrated. Because if you think about it, anytime we're going from a point A to a point B, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours or 5 days, for 99.9% of the time, we're not at point B yet. We're not there yet. And so there is this huge space, this journey, and we could say that, well, depending on how bad we want to be at point B, that might determine how impatient we get. Well, I don't think anyone could ever want or need. Hey, Jonathan, happy Thursday. How hot is it there in Germany today? I'm sure he'll tell us. But no one could ever want to be at a point B any more than Tyler wanted to be at Legoland a few weeks ago. So he was excited. He was all about going. It was his desire to spend the day at Legoland. And yet, the whole drive down, he was just excited. He was talking about what rides he was going to do. He was letting me know, "Mommy, I'm going to do the Ninjago ride 5 times." And I said, "Okay." And all the different rides that he wanted to try. And then he was mapping out the day. We'll do the rides over on this side first, and then we'll go to the water park more to the end of the day. And it was just the sweetest thing. And he was just so excited the whole time. And by the time we got there, I think because he was so excited and talking about the things he was going to do, and the soft serve ice cream he was going to have, all the things he was excited about, it just made the journey so much fun. And by the time we got there, we were both just bubbling. We were bubbling with excitement. We had the best day. We set out on this journey, and we did all the things that he wanted to do. We rode the rides he wanted to ride. We hit the water park, and we just had the best time. But it wasn't just so much we had the best time there at Legoland. I look back at that almost hour-long car ride, and it was so fun. I mean, we did some car dancing, because y'all know I like me some car dancing. And we just talked about how the day was going to unfold and how excited we were. Looks like we have a report from Jonathan. Oh, it's still hot. 93 is still hot. A little cloudy. I like a little cloudy sometimes, because then it helps kind of balance things out. That's cool. So what it made me kind of reflect on a bit, that I felt inspired to talk about this morning, is just sometimes we get so caught up. On that day a few weeks ago, Tyler's desire was to be at Legoland. And he very well could have spent let's say it took 60 minutes to get there. He could have spent 59 of those 60 minutes anxious and impatient and frustrated that I'm not at Legoland yet. I want to be at Legoland, and I'm not at Legoland yet. And I think often that's what a lot of, not just young ones, not just kids, but I think we as adults do. We have this desire, this place we want to be, or this place we want to take our lives, or this destination on our journey. And we get wrapped up in such destination addiction that we completely miss out on the journey. If it takes, 6 months to get to wherever it is we're wanting to get, we spend basically 5 months and 30 days frustrated that we're not there, getting impatient. And honestly, I think for us grown-ups, we actually beat up on ourselves a lot. We beat up on ourselves a lot because I'm not where I want to be yet. Or, you know, if it's a certain goal we have for ourselves, maybe I want to get stronger, I want to have better balance, I want to lose weight, I want to achieve something, I want to get this job, or I want to move to this place, or I want to make this much money. There's so many goals that we set for ourselves, and we've talked about this before. The only reason you've ever set a goal in your entire life, the only reason you want any of the goals that you have for yourself, is because on some level you believe you will be happier in the achieving of those goals, in the attaining of those things, in the reaching of those destinations. And if the goal is happiness, and what we know to be true, and not just because it's a fun quote to say, but because science has proven it over and over again, happiness really is a choice we make. You know, it's not something we get from life based on, you know, what we get to experience in the moment or what we get to achieve or earn. Happiness isn't something we get from life at all. Happiness is something that we bring to our lives. And we find ourselves, I think, often caught up in that, again, destination addiction. We're so caught up in wanting to get to this place, to this point, or to this achievement, whatever it is. You know, for me, for the last year, I have been putting my heart and my soul, blood, sweat, and tears, as they say, into building this platform, the Make a Difference Academy. And there have been many times that I have hit a wall and kind of gotten frustrated because it's not something that is built up to the point that it could, you know, support me and Tyler. And I always have to catch myself and remember that the whole reason I stepped out of my, you know, fancy corporate director role to begin with was to be able to have more balance in my life, be a better mom to my son, and be able to do something that was more fulfilling for me, so that I could have more fun along the way. And I always have to remind myself, hey, what about the fun? What about the fun that you had every intention of having along the way on this journey? And then the good news is I usually can catch myself pretty quickly and get back to the fun, like the fun it is to be able to jump on and share these thoughts with you every week. And I bump into people from time to time that I had no idea knew I was even doing this, and catch the videos each week. So thank you for that. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And whenever you all say hello in the comments, or, you know, ask a question, or you add your insight, or, you know, you click the like or the love, or, you know, anything along those lines, or if I say something funny and you click the LOL emoji, because I'm very funny. I am. Sometimes. But it just means a lot to me that we are able to have this connection, because it's fun. You know, it's fun to have this platform to be able to connect. I see my mom is on. Mom's here. She's in Beaver, Ohio. We've got Jonathan in Germany, and I'm sitting here in Southern California, and we all get to be kind of in this place at the same time. I mean, how cool is that? So I do still slip into, okay, but I want to get here. Okay, but I want to get to the point where, you know, Make a Difference Academy is helping me make a living. You know, I get that in my head sometimes. Like that's the destination, is to want to have a platform that I get to serve, that serves you in a way that I can support, you know, myself and my son. Hey Georgette, thanks for the wave. And so I get caught up in that, but and we all do. And that's why I'm throwing that out there as an example. But whenever you find yourself, and the first step is just a willingness to see things a little bit differently. Willingness is not just a feeling, it's an action. So a willingness to see things differently, I think, is the first step to starting to kind of catch yourself when you fall into traps that do not serve you in a variety of areas in life, if not in all areas of life. Heidi in Maryland. You have to tell me where in Maryland you are. You know, I was born in Bmore. Born in Baltimore and raised just north of DC in PG County. That's awesome. So when you get yourself, or when you find yourself falling in those traps of feeling like I'm just not as far along as I want to be, or, I want to get to where I'm going. I want to achieve this goal that I set myself. I want to, um, I wish I were at Legoland and I'm not there yet, or wherever it is you're going. I just want you to remember the little story I shared with you about Tyler, as we were on our way to Legoland. And not once did he say, "Mommy, are we there yet? Are we there yet?" It was all fun. The entire journey was fun. It was singing, it was car dancing, it was just all the excitement wrapped up into the fact that we are going to Legoland and what we're going to do when we get there and how much fun we're going to have today and the fact that we get to be together. So it's really, really, really an amazing thing. Oh, Boonesboro. Okay, I know Frederick. Yep, about an hour from Baltimore. Well, my Maryland friend, thank you for jumping on. I appreciate that. So that was really the inspired thought I had for you today, is to try to get out of the, are we there yet? Am I there yet? Am I there yet? Why am I not there yet? And then again, as adults, we tend to beat ourselves up. Oh, I'm not there yet. What's wrong with me? Why do I keep messing up? Or why haven't I gotten further? Or why haven't I made, different decisions? Or knock it off. Just knock it off. You're taking the joy out of your own experience by doing those things. So my encouragement for you today is to see if you can challenge yourself to catch yourself when you're falling into the mindset of, I'm not there yet. When am I going to be there? Am I there yet? Am I there yet? The impatience, the anxiety, the stress, the doubt, and the fear. Am I ever going to get there? See if you can catch yourself when you start to fall into that perspective and into that mindset, and just say, wait a minute. Why am I even going here? Why am I even on this journey to get to whatever it is that I'm hoping to get to for myself, whatever the goal is that you set, that you're on the path toward? Why am I even doing that? Oh, it's because I want to be happy. It's because I want to feel satisfied. It's because I want to have more contentment and joy in my life. Oh, that's right. I can actually choose to have those things. Even now, even in this moment, when I'm still on the journey and I'm not quite there yet. So that's the encouragement. And the reminder that wherever you are on your journey, you can always look around and find things that would be upsetting, frustrating, fearful, could cause doubt, and certainly that you can complain about. But in that same moment, in that same place on your journey, you can always look around and find things to appreciate and to feel blessed by and feel grateful for. So that's what I wish for you, to stay in that mindset, and you will slip. I promise you, I've been practicing this for years, and I still slip more often than I'll even dare share with you. but often enough that I still need to practice regularly catching myself. And the good news is, the more you practice kind of catching yourself slipping into the trap of that negative mindset, or not even so much negative, but even neutral, where you're no longer excited about the journey. The more you practice it, the faster you catch yourself and get back on the right mindset track. Okay, so that's what I want you to do, is just have a willingness to see things differently. Have a willingness to allow for a shift in your perspective, because the perspective through which you enter into any situation and enter onto any path, any journey that you're going to take in your life, the perspective you bring with you is everything. It is what is going to completely color the experience. So I want you to color your experience. I want you to color your journey with joy, because that is what you came here to do. So that's your reminder today. That's what you came here to do, to experience joy along the way. So with that, that's all I have for today. So off you go to enjoy the rest of your fabulous day. So if you're on live, you guys, thank you so much. And for those of you that catch the video later, love seeing, the comments, any insight. Please share insight you have, stories that you have, things that will, because other people read those comments too. And so I appreciate you stepping up to help inspire as the message is put out there. So with that, I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your Thursday, and I will look forward to our paths crossing, whether they be physically or digitally, in this world we get to live in today. I will look forward to it. Mwah. Until then, much love.